Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to click that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. I'd like to give a special thanks to Spitzer, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram for giving me time with the 2022 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 392. If you guys are in the market for a Jeep, be sure to check out Spitzer, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, and ask for Phil. He will get you into a new or pre-owned vehicle. But let's talk about pricing here for the Wrangler Rubicon 392. Starting price is at $79,595 with the options and accessories, including destination. This one's tickets for $99,502. But let's talk about the front styling here of the Jeep Wrangler 392. Let's talk about the exterior styling here for the 2022 Jeep Wrangler 392. What 392 means, basically means in short term, this has the V8 underneath the hood. I like the green exterior paint with the carpet-like theme. That's how you guys can tell that this is the V8 model, because of the carpet trim throughout the vehicle. Looking here at these headlights here, they're going to be a full LED with an LED daytime running light, LED turn signal here, which is very premium of Jeep to do. There's also the 7-slot corporate grille here. There's this large front-facing camera with a washer on the end of it, so you guys get dust or mud on the actual front-facing camera. Just hit it inside the interior and it will clean that right off. Looking here at the bumper, it's going to be a metal bumper. You also have the front and rear disconnecting sway bars. There's also LED fog lights here on this model. As you guys can see, all this is functional, to keep that air flowing around the vehicle. And this intake here is functional as well to keep that V8 cooled as possible. There's a 392 badge on the actual hood there. You can still fold down the front windshield, so you guys have these little resting pods here so you won't damage the windshield. But stepping away from the vehicle, looking at the side profile, this has an overall length of 188.4 inches with a wheelbase of 118.4. So really good proportions here in the off-road segment. Looking at these tires and wheels here, these are BF Good. These are a 285/70 BF Goodrich all-terrain tires. So they're pretty good tires on the market. They're wrapped in the 17-inch rim design. I like the multi-spoke finish here to the rim setup. And looking at the suspension, this does have the Fox suspension. So this Wrangler here is basically beefed up from a standard Wrangler. So if you guys want the most off-road capable Wrangler with the V8, you have to go for the 392, of course. This is the trail rated 4x4 badge here. There's the Jeep Wrangler Unlimited badge here, or decal at the lower part of the panel. You can still remove the doors, still fold down the windshield like I mentioned. And this one also has the removable top, so you guys can let more light and air into the cabin. I like the nice size mirrors here. This has 10.3 inches of ground clearance, so pretty good ground clearance. That's why you guys buy a Jeep, because it's very capable off-road. Looking at the taillights here, they're full LED, which is a turn signal, brake light, and reverse light. There's also rear parking sensors here. There's this recovery hook here just in case you guys could get stuck off-road. LED light for the tag. There are tow hitch receivers there. And like I mentioned, this one does have the V8. So let's take a listen to how it sounds really quick. As you guys heard, this thing will scream for days and it sounds so damn good. There's a 7 and 4 pin connector there, so you guys can hook up a trailer and whatnot. You also have this full size spare tire. The backup camera is here. Open up the cargo back here. As you guys know, this is traditional to Jeep. Barn door like opening here. Lift the glass up. This has 27.7 cubic feet of space. Once you fold down the rear seats, that expands the cargo to 67.2 cubic feet of space. So it is very capable of putting your things in the actual cargo area. And underneath here, Jeep does give you some underfloor storage. Sitting in the interior of the Jeep Wrangler 392, as you guys can see, this interior does look very modern, but keep in mind, Jeep should be working on the new generation of Wrangler. But reaching over here to shut the door of the 392 and to start up this beautiful sounding V8, foot on the brake and accelerator, and that thing sounds so damn good. And I also have the baffle open, but you guys can turn it off and you guys can hear it kind of eliminates all that performance exhaust sounding. But if you guys don't care about your neighbors in the morning, just leave that thing open. I definitely would leave it open so I can do this Man, that thing sounds so damn good. But let's talk about the materials here. Very nice soft touch material with this aluminum accented door handle. Your mirror controls are here, headlight controls, your dimmer switch, your lock controls are here. There's this cargo net here for storage. You can take off the doors, fold down the windshield, and you can remove these panels up top here so you guys can have a more open and airy cabin. This is an 8.4-inch Uconnect system here. It's running the Uconnect 4 system, but that's still a good system. Jeep and Stellantis is using the Uconnect 5 system, which I actually like the Uconnect 5 system. It's a really good system. It's just like the Uconnect 4 system, but just more up to date. Let's talk about the steering wheel here. Very nice thick rim. I like the nice bronze looking stitching here. This also has adaptive cruise control with emergency braking. There's these paddle shifters here for the 8-speed automatic. The materials on the dashboard is going to be a nice leather material with nice stitching. A little bit of storage here. Like I mentioned, this is the 8.4 Uconnect 4 system. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Let me show you guys the Apple CarPlay. Once it starts up, it's telling me to unlock my phone really quick. As you guys can see, once I unlock my phone here, as you guys can see, the system here is very fast, very snappy. Like I say, the Uconnect 4 system is really good, just like the Uconnect 5 system. It's just more up to date. There's the turn signal stock. The wind wiper stock is here. There's a Jeep logo on the steering wheel. I like the 3-spoke rim design here. There's your voice controls here. You can also change to show different things in the actual sensor display here, which is a digital display. Your audio source, your trip information. Let's look at the fuel economy really quick. I've been averaging 11.4 mpg, which is just super crazy because this vehicle is rated at 13 in the city, 17 on the highway. So this thing is very thirsty, especially if you have a heavy foot like myself. Visibility out of this vehicle is great. You also have a 12 volt here. There's your window controls are here. There's the front and rear sway bar disconnect, your off-road, your auxiliary ports. You guys can add an aftermarket winch if you would like. There's a 4-high auto, 4-high part-time, neutral, and 4-low. Putting the vehicle into reverse here. It does have a backup camera. There's trajectory with distance markers. Like I mentioned from the front, there's a front facing camera. You can also clean the camera. As you guys can see, it will basically clean it once you guys hit that button there. Kicking down here to drive. Over to the left, there's a manual mode. So now you guys can use the paddle shifters, or you can use the shifter here if you guys want to shift your own gears. There's a heated steering wheel function, 3-level heated seats. You can, like I mentioned, you can make the exhaust go into a quiet mode. Your stability control, hazard button is here, hill descent control, parking sensors, very big knobs here for the volume and tune, also for the AC fan speed. I like this like gloss gray finish here to the dashboard. There's the Wrangler grab handle here. Looking at the glove compartment here, it does offer a good amount of storage in there. There's a lot of books and owner's manuals and whatnot in there. It does offer a lot of space. The seats in here, they're supportive, they're comfortable, they're aggressively bolstered compared to a standard Wrangler seats. It does have Rubicon 392 stitched in the actual seat. There's this review mirror there. There's your assistance here, your SOS button. Like I mentioned, you can remove these. There's 2 cup holders, traditional handbrake. There's also a 2-tier storage in there. Open up this, it does reveal more storage, also with a type A port in there. So the Wrangler does have a nice modern looking interior, but let's hop into the back seat. Getting into the back seat of the Jeep Wrangler 392, as you guys can see, open up the door here. You can put a child seat back here. The door does not, get in the way, but keep in mind you can remove the door so you can still do Jeep things that you guys would do if you guys have a Jeep. Keep in mind the suspension does lift up this vehicle also with these off-road tires, so it is a challenge for someone short like myself getting into this vehicle because it does not come equipped with running boards, but you guys can get that as a dealer option. But shutting the door here, the material is going to be a nice soft touch material with this aluminum painted door handle here. There's 2 mat pockets back here for storage. You also have these grocery hook hangers here. There's also rear air vents, your window controls. There is 2 type C ports, 2 type A ports. There is a household outlet back here. A little bit of storage here. The floor back here is not flat, but you can fit 3 people across. Jeep says this has 38.2 inches of leg room. And the seats back here, they do feel very comfortable and supportive. Pulling this armrest down here, it does reveal 2 cup holders, but overall the back seat of the Jeep Wrangler 392 does feel very comfortable and very spacious. Let's talk about the powertrain specs here for the Jeep Wrangler 392. As you guys seen from my previous Wrangler reviews, I'm not a big fan of this right here, because any complete stranger or random person that you don't know can literally take a peek underneath your hood depending on where you guys have it parked at. Pulling this pop rod down here, this is Jeep's, or Stellantis 6.4 liter V8. This powertrain makes 470 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. It is hooked up to a beautiful 8-speed automatic transmission. If you guys are keeping track of the transmission numbers, that is down 2 additional gears compared to the Ford Bronco. And yes, Ford does offer a Bronco Raptor, but it does not have a beautiful V8 underneath the hood as of this filming. So this is a middle finger to Ford, that Jeep is basically letting you guys know that we can put a V8 in a Wrangler and still have more customers come over. But let's talk about the curb weight for this vehicle. As this vehicle sits here, it weighs around 5,100 pounds, so she ain't light, and Jeep says this can tow 3,500 pounds properly equipped. But making our way over to the fuel door here, this is the most important thing that everyone wants to know. What is the fuel economy here for the Jeep Wrangler 392? 13 in the city and 17 on the highway. Keep in mind, you guys will be going to the gas station a lot if you guys have a heavy foot like myself. So guys, this is my first time behind the wheel here of the 2022 Jeep Wrangler 392. Yes, this is the Wrangler with the V8 underneath the hood. This makes 470 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. Right now, you guys can hear the exhaust is in its quiet mode. Oh, this thing sounds so damn good. But let's do an acceleration run really quick, and I'm gonna open up the exhaust. Oh, that sounds so much better. Let's come to a stop here. Let's downshift here. Ooh. And this thing makes some beautiful sounds from the exhaust, man. Oh my God. And this is from a Jeep Wrangler. No one would expect this to be the 392, the V8 version, because Jeep sells so many of the Wranglers, you wouldn't even know. And this thing just sounds so good. It was literally putting a smile on my face. This is my first time ever driving the V8 model of the Wrangler. And it's really an honor to drive this thing. This thing sounds so damn good. Let's talk about the visibility. You guys know this is a freaking box on wheels. Great visibility, even with... It just sounds so damn good. But back to the visibility. These mirrors here, they're squared off, and they have a good size to them. It also has the blind spot monitoring, the adaptive cruise control, all the nice driver assistant features that you guys want from Jeep. They do throw it here on the 392. The seats in here, they're supportive, they're comfortable. I like the way that they feel. And this thing just drives like a freaking beauty. But if you guys are not used to the Jeep steering, I recommend test driving one first, because it does have a recircular ball type steering. So that means you kind of have to like counter steer the vehicle to keep it in a straight line, which me personally, I drive a lot of cars, you know, for the channel. So I'm kind of used to the steering feel. And at a little bit of highway speeds, a little bit here and there, you guys can kind of hear a little bit of the noise, the wind noise coming inside the cabin. And you can also remove these freedom panels here, because you can let more light and more air into the cabin. I think Jeep does offer the retractable shade, so you guys can let, you know, like I mentioned, more light and air to the cabin. Let's talk about gas prices. Gas prices in certain parts of the United States are like $5 a gallon, or if you stay in California, it's like $6. This is rated to get 13 in the city, 17 on the highway. So if you guys can't afford to buy this thing, I would even sign my name for it, because gas is just so expensive, and it's going to be over $90 or $80 to fill this thing up. And this thing legit has the standard cabin like a normal Wrangler, which has really nice materials in here, which I wouldn't expect nothing less, because this does have that beautiful engine underneath the hood. But me personally, I'm just so damn excited to drive this car. And you guys can hear that droning of the V8, and you can cut it off. It kind of tones down. And if you guys don't care about your neighbors or waking them up in the morning, I leave this thing open all day, every day, because I want to hear that V8 scream. But like I mentioned, gas prices are freaking ridiculous right now. So if you guys can't afford the Wrangler 392, Jeep does offer an eco diesel powertrain. They also offer a plug-in variant, and you kind of sit a little higher compared to other Wrangler models. And this does have some really good off-road capable tires, because that's why you guys buy the Jeep 392, because you want to have a V8 engine, you want to still take this vehicle off-roading. It does have the disconnecting front and rear sway bars, but and it still sounds so damn good. Like literally flooring it, it just sounds so damn good. Let's use the paddles here again. This is third gear. Ooh, second gear. that thing rips. It sounds so damn good. I just love the way this thing sounds. So if you guys are looking for the ultimate Wrangler and you have the money to spend, the 392 is not gonna disappoint. After spending time with the 2022 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 392, as you guys seen from the driving scene, this vehicle literally kept putting a smile on my face, and I just wanted to keep hitting the accelerator because it's just so intoxicating how fast this Wrangler is. But hope you guys have enjoyed this review here. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Drive1Reviews, hit that subscribe button, and turn on post notifications, and I'll see you all in the next video.